More than a couple of the dozen or so coal plant workers gathered at West Virginia's Pleasance Power Station in April to hear Andrew Forrest push his green hydrogen agenda rolled their eyes as he spoke. "I believe this coal-fired power station has a huge future," the Australian mining billionaire told them. The employees could be forgiven for their skepticism. Just weeks before, they learned their plant, surrounded by other closures throughout coal country, would be the latest to shut down. Forrest's message was heartfelt, contrarian and a bit pie in the sky. In West Virginia, the second-largest coal-producing region in the U.S., Forrest told the workers that 22 of the state's 26 coal-powered plants could be converted to green hydrogen plants. "Tell your family and friends," he said. Manufacturing zero-emission hydrogen would need boilermakers, carpenters and welders in this very spot. And not only them, but their children and grandchildren, who would help power America with a new energy source that when unleashed releases nothing but water vapor. Forrest, the richest man in Australia, faces incredulity in the U.S. not only because the honcho of the metals industry, which is responsible for a chunk of the planet's carbon emissions, seems like an odd missionary for green energy, but also because the infrastructure to achieve his vision doesn't. Forrest has yet to produce a molecule of hydrogen and a recent flurry of announcements are far from firm contracts. Two of his more high-profile fellow billionaires have spoken doubtfully about hydrogen and nobody has tried to produce it at the scale Forrest envisions. Even so, Goldman Sachs estimates green hydrogen will become a $12 trillion industry by 2050. In spite of the naysaying, Forrest has become the world's biggest booster, and most traveled proponent, of green hydrogen, and says he's on track to start producing it in commercial quantities by 2024. Here's a CEO of a company from Australia coming on a private jet into West Virginia, says Jay